Hey there, Christoph here. I thought that before as we are now getting started with developing this block log component here in actual QML, I thought I might take another a quick stab at prototyping this on the web, which is a lot faster and allows us to share it wider, and then we can get feedback maybe more quickly on some of these ideas. And also, as I was looking into potentially there's some rough mock-ups here for kind of a component prototype system here. So instead of just having a single block log, maybe you could say, okay, I also want to see average block time, transactions per block, or current fee rates, and maybe every user can compose, has the option to add one or two or three of those widgets and create their own personal dashboard, maybe as a long-term thing. So I wanted to see if this is actually a good experience. So I put together this prototype here, which this is a live link now, web-based, built-in view, and allows me us to kind of play with this a little bit. So a lot of controls here on the left. Everything at the top controls the block log component. So it is set to current. That means that the blockchain is synced up to what's presumably the latest block. And I can change the block height here. If I just drag this around, I can just see how different numbers render. And then I can change the time of day here to kind of indicate how much of the day has already passed. And so this circle here represents 24 hours. So, and each segment here represents one block. And I can kind of see, there's some smaller blocks and some longer blocks. Like this one, maybe it took, I don't know, half an hour. This one took 5 minutes or so. And I can just kind of experiment with this dial here. The dots down here are for the peer status. So I can change that to, okay, I have 4 dots here right now. But let's say I want to only see 2. It looks like there's some detail missing here. Or I can just say, it's connecting, and I can see this animation here that indicates that I'm currently connecting to my peers. Now I can also change this whole dial here to the connecting state, or I can just go to the syncing state, and then let's just say, okay, we're gonna have 60% of the peers that we want, which is 3 out of 5 dots. And here I can just change the sync process. This is for the APD, initial block download. So the percentage here represents the completion of the initial block download. And then I can also mess with the sync time left. Now this is not tied to anything, it's just numbers here. And then I can also look at what it looks like paused. Like let's say I manually pause this because I want to. It's paused because I don't have Wi-Fi. Paused because I'm on battery. This would be just on the phone because the system clock's wrong, or maybe a generic error, and then I would be able to tap here and then see those details. Now for those widgets down here, the transactions here, it would show me the last 20 blocks here and the relative number of transactions, and I can hover each one and I can see how many transactions were in that block. I don't find it super interesting, but I really just wanted to come up with some examples of information we can show here. Same for average block time, 7 minutes, 39 seconds. Totally made that up. And then this graph here displays kind of the dotted line would be the target block time or the average block time. And then each of those lines represents one block and how much over or under it was to the average or desired target block time, whichever we want. It's really just an example. And then, as a user, I would be able to choose different widgets here. There are only 2 right now because it's just a quick prototype, but it kind of allows for communicating this idea. So I find this very helpful to see it live and be able to play with it. I hope you do too. And if it is a useful thing, then maybe we can evolve this prototype and kind of keep using it before we dedicate the time and energy to building things out in QML. So let me know. Thanks.